starting at center this afternoon for the Jaguars, a 6'2" graduate student from Waynesboro, Georgia, number 22, Taisha Freeman. The Jaguars are coached by Celeste Stewart. She is assisted by Renwick Lee and Ashley Hawks.
Test 1, 2.
Get that a little closer. There we go.
And now the starting lineup for your Flagler College Saints. Starting at one guard, a 5'10" senior from Greensboro, Georgia, number 2, Destiny McClendon.
Well, good afternoon, folks. Welcome to Flagler College. We're in St. Augustine, Florida. Here at the Clark Family Court at the Flagler Gymnasium for tonight's Peach Belt Conference matchup between the Saints and the Jaguars from Augusta University. Let's meet the starters first for the visiting Jaguars. 5'8" senior out of Fort Walton Beach. Number 5, Autumn Phillips, a 5'7" senior from Fairburn, Georgia. Number 21 is Brianna Meekins, a 5'9" senior from Bridgeport, Connecticut. At one forward is Quinasia Abercrombie, a 5'10" freshman out of Greenville, South Carolina. And finally playing inside is a graduate student, 6'1" from Waynesboro, Georgia. That is Taisha Freeman. Jaguars are 15-6 overall, 7-4 in the Peach Belt. Leading scorer is Abercrombie, the freshman, at 10.3 points per game. She also leads the team in rebounds at 6.3. For Flagler, they're 8-13 overall, 4-8 in the Peach Belt. Starting lineup will have Mack and Mack in the backcourt, Destiny McClendon, 5'10" senior from Greensboro, Georgia, and Sherelle McCormick, a 5'10" senior from North Lauderdale, Florida. They'll be joined by Sayla Reddick in the backcourt, a 5'8" senior from Jacksonville. Marley Smith will play the forward spot, a 5'10" junior from Auburn, Illinois. And Carly Grimm rounds out the starters. She'll play the center position, 6'1" junior from St. Clairsville, Ohio. Mack and Mack are the leading scorers, both in double figures. McCormick at 13.7, McClendon at 12.6. And a shot clock issue on the opening tip. So we're almost underway, and then we're not. I'm John Phillips. I've got Ivan Kelly with me, ready to bring you all the action here from beautiful St. Augustine.
And this afternoon, the Saints are looking to break their 5-game losing streak. They had a very close game with Augusta, at Augusta, losing only by 2.
Yeah, 70-68 the score on that first matchup. And we got a traveling violation called against the Jaguars. That's Autumn Phillips on the travel. Jaguars come in allowing 53 points per game, and they're going to jump into some pressure here in the opening possession. Marley Smith, right-hand side, back out to Carly Grimm. 17-footer is good. Grimm pops out, knocks it down. Saints on the board early. They're going to return the favor with some backcourt pressure as well. There's his man pressure, and then once the ball's inbound, they back it off just a little bit. Maybe try to dictate tempo just a little bit there. Comes a drive off the right side for Abercrombie. Too strong. Grimm had the rebound briefly, fell down. It ends up in the hands of Marley Smith. Either way, here come the Saints. Corner 3, left-hand side, off the backboard and rim, no good. Rebound picked up and then stolen away, and then a held ball is going to go and be called there. So the Jaguars got the rebound. Carly Grimm ripped it away very briefly, then she got tied up. Possession error favors the Saints, so they'll keep it here in the front court. Inbound to Grimm on the right-hand block. She'll turn and face. Look for a cutter, find Marley Smith, but couldn't handle the pass. Ball's loose on the floor and picked up and then poked away by the Saints. Jaguars have forced 424 turnovers on the season. Basically 20 per game. They will get after it on the defensive end. 2-0 Saints here in the early stages, a minute and 15 in. Here come the Jaguars front court. That's Meekins, right-hand side. Back out to Florence, a lob inside, picked off by Carly Grimm. She anticipated it, saw it coming, got high in the air, and picked it off. Marley Smith, a pump fake, couple dribbles, knocks down the 17-footer. Saints up 4-0 early. Still pitching a shutout here in the early stages.
A great start by Carly Grimm. The rebound, tied up a loose ball.
And there's a turnover by the Jaguars. Grimm again playing good defense. She won't get anything credited in the box score for that one, but it was tight defense that forced that entry pass to be a little too strong. And the Saints get it, try to extend their lead. Front court, Smith, skip pass back this way to McClendon. Now Reddick a drive and kick. Open look from McClendon. A little too strong, no good. Rebound picked up by Smith and then knocked away out of bounds by Monet Florence. It'll stay with the Saints. Couple of subs here for Augusta. 4 and 15. That's Yamani Paul along with Jabriah Fullwood. Entry into Grimm. Her jumper a little too strong, no good. Here comes Augusta the other way quickly. Baseline jumper on the right side is good. They're on the board. First bucket goes to Jabriah Fullwood. 5 points a game for the senior out of Greensboro. Good back dribble to create space there by McClendon. She'll find Reddick. Reddick is a pass-first point guard. Kick it over cross court. McCormick, a triple is good. Sherelle McCormick set up shop in that right-hand baseline corner. Knocks it down, 7-2 Saints. Reddick fights through the screen up high. Stays with her defender there.
On offense, Augusta moves the ball and moves bodies, but they're very patient, shooting low and taking a shot when the shot clock is pretty far down.
A block by Grimm, and now the shot clock's getting far down, and before it gets to 0, they travel. So either way, a turnover, but it all started due to the block shot by Carly Grimm. She is having a great game so far. Just a little over 3 minutes in, 7-2 Saints. Here in the early stages from St. Augustine. Smith with McClendon and Reddick clear the timeline. McClendon will head right. Back to Smith. McClendon, a drive and a double team. Drive and drop for Grimm, about a 20-footer. Off the mark, no good. Rebound picked up by the Jaguars. It's an open look for Grimm, but it's probably right on the verge of outside of her range.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Carly's not hit a three-pointer this year.
Yeah, Carly's about a 15-footer, 16-footer. That one was closer to, it was just inside the three-point line, so we'll call it a 20-footer. And you're exactly right there, Ivan. The stats for Carly Grimm on the year. 0 for 17 from 3.
But sometimes you're feeling that you just want to test one out.
Yeah, she's having a good day so far. It's a good time to take one. Autumn Phillips fouled, and she'll go to the free throw line. 70% on the year. Knocks down the first. And rattles the second one in there as well. 8.9 points per game on the year. Saints go to the bench for Maria Paula Garcia. She'll move into the center spot for Grimm. She's only played in 6 games all year, but she'll give Grimm a little bit of a break. Abby Smith also got in the game for the Saints as well. Top of the circle triple is on the way and good from Augusta. That's Autumn Phillips.
And that's a rare shot attempt for Augusta. They only shoot 24% of their possessions are threes.
He's got to clear the timeline and does into a double team, but after they split it, they get it to Reddick, and her jumper on a 3-on-1 is good. If you can beat the press, you can get good advantages. The Saints did that time. Reclaim the lead 9-7. Drive in against Garcia, and they kick it off to the baseline. Trail it back up high. That's Paul with the jumper, no good. Rebound, Sayla Reddick. Reddick needs to push. She's got an advantage if she can hustle. 2-on-2 fast break. She'll take it in and draw the foul. Nicely done. When you have an advantage, even in that case, it was only 2-on-2. It wasn't a numbers true advantage. But when you can advance the ball quickly before the press gets set, that's going to be critical for the Saints.
If you can get the defender on your hip, go ahead and
Even
take
better.
it up.
Sayla Reddick will go to the free throw line. It hasn't been her favorite place this year. But she'll have 2 shots. First is off the mark. Reddick just 48% on the year, 12 out of 25.
We'll see if Flagler continues to pressure the ball after this free throw.
Second free throw is good. That'll get Dane Bertolina a chance to check in the game. 5'10 senior out of Charlotte. She'll move to the guard spot. Aspen Weeks also on the floor for the Saints as well. So Jessica Dowdy as well. So we got five non-starters in there right now for Coach Mo Smith's club. Drive off the right side. They turn the corner on Garcia and knock it down to make it a 1-point game. 10-9 Saints. There's a good pass to Weeks. Open look from 3 on the right-hand side. No good. Rebound Bertolina over to Abby Smith. She'll put it up and rattle it in there.
Great interior pass by Bertolina.
Abby Smith's first bucket of the day. A little under the weather the other day, but she looks to be back at close to full speed. Short rest after Monday night's contest. 12-9 Saints by 3. Straight man-to-man defense. Bertolina provides the pressure. Jumper is no good, and we got a box-out foul they're going to call on Jessica Dowdy. She boxed out late. The player from Augusta was in the air, and Dowdy kind of undercut her a little bit. That was Elise Autry. And that'll take us to the first media timeout here in the first quarter. Again, in women's basketball, the first dead ball after the 5-minute mark becomes a media timeout. We're at the 4:24 mark, and it's Saints 12, Jaguars 9. A couple of sponsor updates for the Saints. I want to say thanks to all these corporate partners. Academy Bus, they're the official bus transportation provider for all of Flagler College athletics. Academy Bus, we know the way. Also thanks to Anchor Faith, a community of people passionate about Jesus. And finally here at this first stoppage, A.D. Davis Construction, builders, developers, and contractors. 12-9, Saints by 3 over Augusta. Here in the early stages of a Peach Belt matchup here in St. Augustine. Again, these two teams met a couple weeks back. It was on January 15th. 70-68 the final up at Augusta. In a big crowd that night up in Augusta. 1,304 people were in the arena for that game. Biggest crowd of the year for the Jaguars. And they saw a good one. That the home team was able to win by 2. Right now, the home team is leading by 3. We're very early on in the contest. Jags ball underneath their own basket. Autry triggers. Looks in, can't find anybody, goes to the corner. That's Autumn Phillips. A step back jumper is up and good. Another triple. Autumn Phillips just 24% on the season. 19 out of 81. But she's already got a couple tonight. Saints had an advantage there they didn't take advantage of. They get a jumper on the way from Abby Smith, no good. Here come the Jags the other way in a hurry. Abercrombie takes it in. Extra step there before she shot the basketball. Just got out of sync there. I think she was trying to go right, left jumper, and she went left, right, left jumper, which is one too many steps.
It's fine in the NBA, but they called that today here.
They do call it in college basketball. Saints will go to the bench here and get Lainey Narika in the ball game. Also get Sayla Reddick back. Reddick will go to the point guard spot. Narika is a big. She'll move over and play inside. 6-foot sophomore out of Newville, Pennsylvania. Here's the double team near side. Weeks will catch it from Reddick and clear the timeline.
Mo Smith's team's very well prepared to handle that full court pressure.
Bertolina finds Aspen Weeks. I think we got a reach-in foul. Oh no, they're going to call the travel. She lost the handle of the basketball as she was coming through, and she did take an extra step. I thought from my vantage point, she took an extra step because she got hacked across the arm, which created the loose ball, but the referee thought otherwise and called the travel. So the ball back to the Jags as we're tied at 12 after that three-pointer from Autumn Phillips. There's Autry working against Sayla Reddick. Florence, a drive, well defended, blocked from behind by Bertolina. Rebounded by Norika. Over to Reddick. Saints got to keep the ball moving. They find Norika. She finds McCormick in the front court. Shariel's going to drive and drop here to Reddick. Back out to McCormick. 15-footer, no good. Rebound fought for, and a lot of contact, a lot of bodies on the floor. They'll say the ball went out of bounds. Last touch by the Saints. I think Norika dove in there to try to get the basketball and wrestle it away and touched it last. Abby Smith will check out for Destiny McClendon as they mop up the perspiration on the floor where 3 players hit the deck. 3:11 to go here. First quarter. 12 apiece between the Saints and the Jags. Autry over left side. And back up, rotate the ball around to the right-hand wing. Autry, a step back 3 ball. It's good. Elise Autry, 5'6" freshman from Fairfax, Virginia. 15-12 advantage for Augusta, their biggest lead of the contest. McCormick, a jumper. It's good. She'll cut it back to a 1-point game.
McCormick.
Back up high, a drive off the right side, throw it inside, poked away, and last touch by Sayla Reddick. 2:21 on the game clock, 18 on the shot clock here for the Jags. Nainit Pook will trigger. Pook will pop out, open for a 3 ball. Off the mark, no good. Rebound tapped a couple of times, and last touch by the Jags, out of bounds. Pook 32% on the season, 12 for 38 from 3. She's a transfer from Iowa Lakes Community College. Calls Des Moines, Iowa home. Here come the Saints trying to take the lead. Down 1. Norika. Dangerous pass cross court. Fortunately, Bertolina there to corral it. It wasn't intended for Dane, but she's there to pick it up. That 3-pointer is blocked, but fouled. One of the Jags came flying out. It was number 15, Jabria Fullwood. And it will be 3 shots here for the Saints. So a good chance to reclaim the lead here. Down 1 with 3 shots. And McCormick, an 81% shooter. First is good, and we are tied at 15 with 1:56 to go. Coach Mo using this as an impromptu timeout. He's got everybody but McCormick over there in the huddle. And now they'll hustle back as we get ready for the 3rd free throw. One for 2 so far. And 2 for 3 for McCormick. The Saints do reclaim the lead. 16-15, under 2 to go, first quarter. Autry across the timeline, comes over here to Fullwood. They look inside, can't do it yet. Off to Pook, there's the lob inside. That's Jackson. Swinging around, back to Pook on the far baseline. Goes in, goes to Jackson, nice dish, good finish. Mari Jackson, the Florida Southern transfer, reclaims the lead for Augusta. Get it to Bertolina across the timeline in a dangerous spot, and timeout called. Ivan, we've talked about this on several occasions. Oftentimes when you're in the press, as soon as you clear the timeline, that's the worst place to go, basically. Right across the midcourt stripe and by the sideline, because you basically have built yourself a square. You can't go backwards because of the midcourt line. You can't go, in this case, to Bertolina's right because of the sideline. And you get two players on the other two sides, and you got 1, 2, 3, 4 walls around you, and you're in trouble. Coach Mo recognized it. Bertolina tried to fight out of it, but couldn't get anywhere. He takes a timeout from the bench.
You know, Dane was alert enough there not to put the ball on the floor. She was double teamed, as you said, but she was trapped up against the timeline. And you see players try to dribble through that, and that is a recipe for disaster. There's too many hands all over you.
Saints just need to make an adjustment, basically, whether it's a made shot or a missed shot. Whoever gets the rebound, look for an outlet and race the ball across the timeline at least. Here's McClendon on a drive and kick out to Bertolina. She eyes the triple, and it's good. Dane Bertolina. Her first bucket, and the Saints have reclaimed the lead. Only has 8 3-pointers on the season, but that one was perfect. Drive to the elbow, and a pull-up over top of Norika is good for Elise Autry. We are tied at 19. So much for the low-scoring affair we thought we might get.
And Augusta being very selective with their three-point shooting here.
Reddick, a drive in, spin, nicely done, off the window, and good.
What a great drive.
Really well done by Selah Reddick. Shot clock and game clock are almost identical, so Augusta can hold it for the last shot if they choose to do so. And we had a whistle. Not sure what the whistle was for, but there was a whistle.
It's a foul on Bertolina.
A foul.
A little too physical inside.
Away from the ball. Didn't see it. Good news for the Saints, that's only 3 fouls here in the first quarter, so really no harm other than slowing the game down a little bit. Not sure what the discussion is, but foul was called, foul was signaled, and put the shot clock to 21 instead of 22. Okay. From the baseline, they'll come into forward, out to Autry. Reddick, a good on-ball defender, will try to guard her. Shot clock and game clock are working down to 10. Now 9. Now 8. Here comes Autry. Around the corner. Pull up from the elbow. Rattles around once, no good. Stick back also no good. And that time, the second stick back was ripped out of her hands by Sherelle McCormick. First offensive rebound came to Amari Jackson. Second offensive rebound came to Amari Jackson, but Sherelle McCormick said, not on my watch. Literally reached up, grabbed the basketball, took it right away from her, and runs out the first quarter. 21-19, pretty high scoring affair here compared to what we expected based on statistics. Saints lead it by 2 here in St. Augustine. A couple of commercial mentions to get to while we have a stoppage here. We'll say thanks to the Bailey Group. No matter where you want to go, we'll help you get there. Also, B&S Signs, quality signage and service. When it comes to signs, we do it all. That's B&S Signs. Also, Ameris Bank, saving for the expected or the unexpected. And then finally, during this stoppage, last mention will be for Birchall & Company. Find your home today. Appreciate the support of those folks who help make our broadcast possible here on the Flagler College Broadcasting Network. 21-19, Saints over Jags. As the pep band chimes in. See if we can get you some stats here. After the first 10 minutes of play. Both teams shooting it pretty well. 53% on both sides of the docket. Saints are 8 out of 15. Jaguars are 7 out of 13. 53.8, 53.3%. Leading scorer for the Saints, Sherelle McCormick with 7. Autumn Phillips has 8 for the Jags. Jags will get the basketball first to start the second quarter. 21-19, they'll inbound it right near the midcourt area. Autry drops it off for Phillips. A little three-man weave here, then a drive and kick around the far side to Pook for a long triple. Off the heel, good box out, no good. Rebound Saints. Pushing the other way in a hurry is McClendon. As soon as she picks up her dribble, they try to collapse on her. She does a good job getting away from it. Here's Norika on a drive. Floats it off the left side into Lainey Norika's first bucket of the game. Saints lead it by 4. Good defense by Norika. She goes for a steal, got the deflection. Unfortunately, the ball bounced back into the hands of Amari Jackson. And with Norika on the deck after losing her footing, she can finish uncontested. Bertolina to McCormick. She'll spin to a double team, put it up strong, too strong, but the Saints rebound it. Here comes Sayla, kick it out. McClendon, 3 is good. Destiny McClendon gives the Saints a 5-point cushion. She's got 26 threes on the year. She and McCormick have been the best three-point shooters in terms of consistency. Here's Abercrombie, a jumper from the elbow. It's good. That's their leading scorer at 10 points per game.
24, Quinasia Abercrombie.
Here's Bertolina, post feed Norika into a double team. She'll go up, didn't get the foul she was hoping for. Saints able to save it. Swing it one more time, Bertolina. For 3 is off the heel, no good. Rebound picked up by Autry. Here come the Jags the other way. Reddick will cut off Autry on the right-hand side. Skip pass over to Phillips, who gets past Bertolina for a floater. Too strong, no good. Rebound picked up by Reddick. She'll send Bertolina to the right. Dane will drive and look to drop it off. Looks for McClendon, can't find it. Back to McCormick. She'll drive into Pook, get cut off well. Here's Reddick, turns the corner. Got the corner, got the bucket. Sayla Reddick got a little rub screen out high, and that's all she needed was a little bit of space. 28-23, Saints by 5. Pook off for Phillips. Pull up from 17, it's good. Autumn Phillips having a good day shooting the basketball. Almost 9 points per game on the year. A spin inside, blocked by Pook, but a foul. Nainit Pook got a lot of ball, but got some hand as well.
Fouls on number 11, Nainit Pook.
And the Saints will go for wholesale substitutions. Everybody but the free throw shooter will check out. Get Grimm, 2 Smiths, and a Dowdy back in there. That's both Marley Smith and Abby Smith.
She'll shoot 2.
And McClendon, statistically the best free throw shooter on the team at 89%. Will shoot a couple. First is good. One more coming. Saints by 5, 30-25. Little backcourt pressure here. Phillips guarded by Jessica Dowdy. To Florence. Abercrombie back to Florence. Thought about a 3, passed it up. We'll throw it inside, spin move, too strong, blocking foul called against the Saints on Marley Smith.
Fouls on number 14, Marley Smith.
That'll put Brianna Meekins on the free throw line.
For the Jaguars is number 21, Brianna Meekins.
Transfer from the University of Bridgeport.
Vegas is 5'9", but she posted up very strong that last possession.
First free throw for Meekins is good. She's 64% on the season. And misses the second, and going to get a rebounding foul called on the Saints. And Marley Smith is standing out at the scorer's table for some reason. Maybe she thought she was checking out. And her man is wide open and lays the ball in.
21, Brianna Meekins.
30-28. McClendon in the dribble with the Grimm screen. Drops it back for Dowdy. She'll drive in, stop, float, and left it short, but got fouled. Goes on Quinasia Abercrombie.
Follows on number 24, Quinasia Abercrombie. Making her way to the foul line for the Saints will be number 10, Jessica Dowdy.
Dowdy will be our free throw shooter, 6.3 points per game. Left-hander knocks down the first one. Dowdy calls Augusta, Georgia home, so very familiar with Augusta University.
So these are the kind of games that mean a lot to players like that.
Oh yeah.
If you beat the team, from your hometown.
Saints by 4. They'll throw it down low inside and kick around the horn all the way to the right-hand baseline. Shot no good. Rebound picked up by the Jags, but she was out of bounds over there. Tyesha Freeman wrestled the rebound away from Abby Smith, but stepped on the end line.
Augusta's picked up their physicality on the offensive rebound.
Saints by 4 with the basketball. Dowdy a pump fake from 3. She'll drop to Abby Smith. Behind the back dribble. Drops it back to Dowdy. She looks to drive. Finds McCormick with a Grimm screen. Sherrill's going to drive herself. Hang in the air. Got it blocked though. Freeman floated in there and blocked it. She didn't go for the pump fake. And a travel is going to be called on Monet Florence.
We'll take a look this trip. Looks like Augusta's switched to a matchup zone, which is a little bit man, a little bit zone, and a little bit confusing for the offensive player usually.
Saints continue to rotate fresh bodies in there. McClendon checked out. Comes Reddick on the drive. Backdoor cutter to McCormick. Oh, couldn't finish, but did get fouled. I thought she was going to get a three-point play there. Our free throw shooter will be Sherrill McCormick. Foul goes on Monet Florence. Her second personal.
At the foul line for the Saints will be number 3, Sherrill McCormick.
McCormick, the Saints' leading scorer at 13.7 points per game.
She'll shoot 2.
She'll get a couple here. Try to extend this lead up to 6. First is perfect. One more coming.
Defensively, if you foul, you'd rather not foul a shooter, especially if you're not in the bonus.
She's got them both. 34-28, Saints by 6.
You don't want to put anybody on the line. Have them get some easy points on you.
Jags ball top of the circle. They work the perimeter. Long triple on the way. In and out, no good. Grimm, a rebound for the Saints. She got Reddick behind her. She'll find her. Dowdy to the left. She finds Dowdy. Can't get the three-pointer off in time. Taylor's going to go drive and drop here to McCormick. Turns the corner, spins back to her right with a pump fake and rattles it in there. That's a really nice move by Sherrill McCormick. Biggest lead of the game for Flagler, 36-28. Saints by 8. Lob inside. Grimm will defend. Got weak side help. Shot off the mark. No good. Rebound picked up by Abby Smith. She'll find Reddick. Here come the Saints looking to go double-digit lead. Smith eyes the triple. a little too strong on that one. Jaguars pick up the rebound. Ball poked away, stolen by McCormick. She'll find Reddick. It's a foot race, and Sayla Reddick will win that race. And the Saints go up 10, 38-28. And we got a timeout taken by the Jaguars. Augusta's seen enough here. The lead has grown from 4 to 6, from 6 to 8, from 8 to 10. And we're at the midway point of the second quarter. Saints out of the gates quickly today. They lead it 38-28 here with 4:14 to go, second quarter. Get a couple commercial spots in here. First for Culver's. Oh, these first two are some of my favorite places to eat here, Ivan. I need to stop at one of these places on the way home. Culver's, welcome to delicious. And then Carrabba's, so close you can taste it. In order to afford all those wonderful things, I got to have some help from South State Bank. South State Bank, welcome to banking forward. Appreciate the great support of our sponsors here that help make Flagler Athletics possible. Your support supports the student athlete, our broadcasts, equipment, travel, and all the other things associated with running a collegiate athletic program today. And we'll get one more in here while we have another second. Chick-fil-A. Eat more chicken. 4:14 to go, second quarter. Saints 38, Jags 28. Both teams still shooting the ball very well. Saints are at 52, and the Augusta Jaguars at an even 50. Difference for the Saints, they have 25 shots versus 22. The bigger difference, they've shot 11 free throws. The Jags have only shot 4. Again, Saints by 10 as we come out of the mid-second quarter timeout. That timeout was called by Augusta. It converted to a media timeout. Backcourt pressure by Reddick. She works hard here against Sierra Burns, seeing her first action of the day. Put inside to Paul, well defended by Grimm. Phillips ends up with it with a tough jumper in the paint, no good. Grimm rips the rebound down. She finds Reddick. Reddick finds McCormick. Gonna drive diagonally, spin and kick to Abby Smith. She'll drive all the way through the paint and find Carly Grimm. Good patience by the Saints. Out to McCormick. 3-ball, good. Sherelle McCormick has got 14 points, and the lead is 13 here for Flagler. There's Burns heading left. Reddick fights through the screen to get there. Fights with her some more. She'll take it inside and rattle it off the window. Sierra Burns knocks down the jumper. Sophomore out of Atlanta, Georgia. Dowdy goes in and kicks out to Grimm. Back to Dowdy. Thought about the triple. Back into Grimm. She'll shoot it from about 10 feet, knock it down. That mid-range. Carly Grimm knocks it home. Saints add to their lead. Back to a 13-point cushion. Abercrombie to Fullwood. Drives in against Abby Smith. Runner is up and no good but a foul. She turned the corner on Abby and just got enough of a hip around the corner that Abby couldn't defend it without bumping into her. Saints will go to the bench, get Dane Bertolina back in the ballgame. She'll bring McClendon with her. Reddick and Dowdy will get a rest. Two shots coming here.
Augusta may go back to their press after this free throw.
Jabria Fullwood, senior out of Greensboro, knocks home the first. I think you're right. Yeah, without the press, the Saints have kind of had their way a little bit here, especially on a made free throw. Although they missed the second one, and it is knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Wow, they'll say Flagler touched it. Okay. Autry's got it on the post feed and a kick out to the corner. Repost again, poked away, but picked up there by Burns. Back out to Autry. Step back behind the three-point line. Shot's no good. Rebound picked up by McClendon. McClendon will push it quickly across the timeline. Cross-court pass, Bertolina. Defender flies at her. Dane will take a dribble and find Abby Smith. And call Abby Smith for the travel. Must have dragged that pivot foot just a little bit. Dowdy will get in there for Abby Smith. So a four-guard lineup out there for Flagler right now. They got Grimm playing inside with Dowdy, Bertolina, McCormick, and McClendon.
And Bertolina is a good rebounder, so you don't lose that much.
Yeah, offensive foul called on the Jags that time. I believe it's on number 4, which is Yamani Paul. Yeah, set a moving screen. Established her position, and as the defender came out to fight through her, she just kind of slid and slid and slid a little bit more to make it hard to move around that moving target. Pressure in the backcourt here. There's a double team on McClendon, and she's knocked to the floor there with a little too much pressure. That is going to be 5. Should be 2 shots down here for the Saints. 2 shots. There we go.
Now, considering where the foul was, if she makes these free throws, that's like a 94-foot shot.
Yeah, it's good to provide pressure. Sometimes you're a little too aggressive, especially once you get to that 4th foul. So McClendon will toe the line for 2 shots here. 43-31, Saints by 12. First shot is good.
That's just so much easier instead of fighting through the press, setting some picks, moving the ball, trying to get a good shot. You just casually walk down there and get 2 points.
Just like that. 2 shots uncontested. And you're an 89% free throw shooter, so it's the person you want at the line. Saints by 14. Stay on the man-to-man pressure. Here's Phillips. Drives in, the Saints switch it. Drive off the right side. Might have been partially blocked by Grimm. I think she got a little piece of it. Dowdy ends up at the rebound, finds Bertolina to push. Over to McCormick, left side. Into Grimm. And call a travel on Carly Grimm.
That's been the favorite call of the day.
Yeah, there's been a lot of travels called today. Alleged travels.
You can watch an entire NBA season and not see it called that much.
Norika will check in there for Grimm. Final minute 12 of the first half. 45-31. Saints by 14. Looking to get another couple stops here. Fullwood over right-hand side. Phillips deflected by Norika on the lob inside. Good defense by Laney. They were looking for Amari Jackson. Jackson, as I mentioned, the transfer from Florida Southern. Here's Phillips, a jumper from 17, perfect.
Jump shot is good by Autumn Phillips.
Long triple from Dowdy is good for the Saints.
Jessica Dowdy with
The left-hander dialed it up from long distance, and the Saints go up 15.
That's her specialty.
There's Phillips for Fullwood. Took him down the paint, wrap it around, poked away. Picked up by the Saints in the corner. Shot clock turned off. Flagler can hold it for the last shot if they choose to do so. They'll clear the timeline with 14 seconds. Post feed, Norika in the high post. Back over to Bertolina. Off the Norika screen. And clock winding down, and the Saints don't get a good attempt there. A little too patient that time, and tried to fill it up toward the rim, never really got anywhere close to it. But the Saints will take a 15-point lead to the locker room. Arguably the best, I'll say best home first half of the season, because I have not traveled and seen the away games, but offensively, I think that whether they got 48 or more points in another game, I think the best offensive first half performance. They played really, really well, and they have earned a 15-point cushion right now here at the break against Augusta.
A lot of energy for Flagler. I mean, for a team that's lost 5 in a row, they came out with a spark, and they seem determined to end that streak, get a winning streak started.
Yeah, not only lost 5 in a row, but had to play a makeup game due to a weather postponement on Monday, so really short turnaround. Normally in the Peach Belt Conference, teams play twice a week, and that's pretty typical in all of college basketball. In the Peach Belt, usually it's Wednesday and Saturday, every Wednesday, every Saturday, every Wednesday, every Saturday. This week, because of the makeup, we're going Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, so very short rest. Really couldn't practice hard yesterday because you're coming off a game the day before and a game tonight, but maybe the Saints respond well to short rest. They should be in the NBA. They're playing on short rest and playing well. They lead at 48-33.
It helps too. They played Augusta before, so
yeah.
they know what's coming.
Yep.
They
no real
had time to make
surprises.
adjustments.
Got the scouting report. You know what you're looking at. Let's get a couple commercial spots in here while we're at the half while the Flagler dance team is performing. I want to say thanks to Capital Financial Strategies, a full-service financial company serving North Florida and South Georgia. Also, Coldwell Banker Premier Realty, fulfilling the dream of home since 1906. Evans Automotive, quality work at a fair price. Endorphin Farms, a fully licensed sauce and manufacturing facility. And Hero of Florida, your partner for the complete equipment lifestyle. And we'll close out this segment with Jersey Mike subs, a sub above. Saints 48, Jaguars 33. We're at the half. We'll take a break and be right back here in just a few minutes.
How do you make history? In St. Augustine, Florida, Flagler College stands as a beacon where the lion-hearted can forge new paths. Here, your courage finds its name, and ambition finds its home. Inspired by the visionary Henry Flagler, you don't just learn, you create, innovate, and find where you truly belong. So how do you make history? It starts with you, right here. Flagler College, where history begins.
About a minute and a half left for the start of the second half here in St. Augustine. Quick look at the numbers. First for the home team, Saints, leading scorer Sherelle McCormick. She's the only Flagler player in double figures. She has 14 to lead the way. For the visitors from Augusta, Georgia, Autumn Phillips has 12. She's also the only player on their squad that's in double figures. Leading rebounder for the Saints is actually McClendon, Reddick, and Grimm. Each have 3. For the Jags, Abercrombie has 3 boards to lead their ball club. Saints continue to shoot the ball incredibly well. 16 of 28, 57% overall, including 5 out of 10 from 3. And if you look back at the previous matchup between these two teams in Augusta, Georgia, Flagler went 3 for 17 for the game from three-point area in that game. Today they've already made 5 three-pointers, and they've taken 7 fewer shots. So 5 out of 10 from 3 in half a basketball game. Well, that'll hold you pretty well.
That's a nice boost right there.
Jaguars are not shooting the ball poorly by any stretch. They're at 48%. Their season average is 38. Their three-point percentage is 37, and their season average there is 26. So they're doing it well offensively. It's just the Saints are doing it a little bit better.
If you're a patient ball control type team like Augusta, getting down by 15 seems like a huge mountain to go up.
In the first game of our doubleheader this evening.
So back to basketball. Of course, the teams will switch ends. Saints will work from left to right. Backdoor cutter to McClendon off the window. Left it short, got her own rebound. Kick it out to McCormick. 3 balls off the mark and out of bounds. Saints got 2 good looks. 0 for 2. First trip down the floor.
Flagler continues to pick up full, try to wear the Augusta players down a little bit, get them out of their rhythm.
Straight man-to-man defense. There's Abercrombie off for Autumn Phillips. Crossover and kick, trying to create space. They throw the lob inside. That's Jackson. And Amari Jackson did not start the first half, but she starts the second and gets the first post feed, and she converts. Jackson, again, the Florida Southern transfer. McClendon trying to create space against Abercrombie. Drive and stop and kick. There's Marley Smith, open 3. It's good. Marley Smith, the junior from Auburn, Illinois, knocks down the triple. Saints back to a 16-point cushion. Into Jackson once again against Grimm. Puts it up, no good, and they'll call a blocking foul on Carly Grimm.
Carly slipped, just couldn't get out of the way, and they ended up getting the foul called on her, but she was laying on her back.
Yeah, she was laying on her back when the whistle blew, but there was contact.
She'll shoot 2.
Carly will get a break, and Lainey Norica will get in there for the Saints. First free throw, no good for Jackson. 64%. And she misses them both. So the Saints dodge a bullet that time. 2 free throws and 0 for 2. Here comes McClendon. She races, goes all the way to the bucket. Can't finish it, but gets her own rebound. Out to Reddick. Reddick to Smith. Another 3, not this time. Rebound Abercrombie. Off to Autumn Phillips, ahead of the pack. Length of the floor pass. And one opportunity.
Layup is good by 15.
It's a mistake there by Sherelle McCormick. Jabria Fullwood was already ahead of the pack. She had an uncontested layup. Sometimes you just gotta give up the 2. But she came hustling back, tried to deny it, and got there well after the shot. And she'll get a chance for a 3-point play. Fullwood converts it. From 16 down to 13. Here's the full court press, trying to trap the Saints. Reddick's going to push it across the timeline. Got the Smith screen and roll. Can't sync up. Here comes McClendon. Around the horn, McCormick. Off a screen. She'll come to the basket. Stop, turn around. Yes. Sherelle McCormick has got 16 on the game.
Augusta plays so much zone. That time there was a couple girls, a couple women that kind of forgot they had switched to man-to-man. They stayed in their zone, then came running out.
Here's Abercrombie on the left side looking for Jackson. She'll drive in, stop and pop with a turnaround. No good. Good box out by Norika. She'll hand it off to Reddick. Here come the Saints. Sailor's going to take it all the way in and kick it out. To McClendon, to Norika. Post feed Marley Smith. Up and left it short. She was uncontested going to the rim.
I'm sure she wants that one back.
And hit the bottom side of the rim. Trying to go off the backboard. There's a step back three for the Jaguars. No good. And they get a whistle and a foul. Called on the Saints on a box out. That's on McCormick, and it's her second personal. Two fouls here in the early stages of the third quarter. Saints only have 4 play. Oh, there we go. So one came in and 2 people were going out. But Destiny McClendon throws a quick U-turn and stays out there. $20 on the shot clock, so a partial reset. Into forward over to Abercrombie. Lob inside looking for Jackson. They collapse on her. Finds Abercrombie who loses the handle. Bertolina ends up with it. Finds McClendon. Back to Dane. Right side Smith. The drive off the right baseline. Got it blocked but fouled. It's going to go on Monet Florence and Dane Bertolina. No, excuse me, Marley Smith will be our free throw shooter.
Fouls are number 1, Monet Florence. Stepping to the foul line for the Saints is number 14, Marley Smith.
Marley's got 5 on the night so far. That'll make it 6. 72% on the year. Got him both. 55-38, Saints by 17. 6:44 to go third quarter. Autry, Phillips, and Abercrombie on the wing. Phillips a jumper from 18, left it short. Good box out, good rebound by Lainey Norika. Here comes Reddick. Trails it back for Marley Smith. Marley needs a helper now. McClendon. Nice drive and drop there to Norika. She'll put it up way too strong. Got her own rebound and went up again too strong. And this time we got a foul on the Saints. I think it's on McClendon on a rebounding foul. Oh, no, they're going to call it on Marley Smith. So Marley's got 3 fouls. She'll check out for Abby Smith. Dowdy will get back in there for Reddick.
As a coach, sometimes you don't mind those offensive fouls when people are rebounding. And they're playing hard, they're going to the glass, and there's a lot of contact in there. And sometimes the whistle doesn't go your way. But that's a good aggressive play.
Yeah, be aggressive, go for the ball. Punt the basketball on the rebound. Don't just wait for it to come to you. The drive in by Phillips. She'll stop in the paint, no good. Rebound picked up by Fullwood. Too strong in the stick back. Rebound to Norika and gets it out to Dowdy. Almost turned it over. And the Saints will come out of there with it. They lead it by 17 and have the basketball. McCormick Back to Norika. She'll catch. That's going to be a blocking foul. You have to give her a chance to catch the basketball and come down. She was in the air when I believe it's Autumn Phillips who's laying down there underneath her. Tried to slide in and take a charge. Athletic trainers will come attend to her. I think she's going to be okay. Was laying face down for just a minute and rolled over and took a blow to the shoulder clavicle area, but looks like she's going to be okay. They're going to help her up.
Looks like she's okay.
So it's a non-shooting foul. Second on the Jaguars here in the third quarter, so nowhere near the bonus yet. So Saints will get a partial reset to 20 and have the basketball once we rejoin here as they mop up underneath the basket where she hit the deck. And referees got together for a brief minute to chat. Not sure what the topic was.
Probably the shot clock.
Yep, there you go. On 15, after a foul, I would think you put it to 20. It was on 15. So it was reading 30. They put it to 15, and now they put it to 20. Third time's the charm. Except for the Chiefs. It wasn't. 55-38, 5:31 to go.
And somewhere Pat Riley is saying, dang, I could have had some more three-peat shirts sold.
Serious money in revenue and licensing. McCormick a drive, too strong on the shot, no good. Abercrombie a rebound. Abercrombie a drive into a double team and going to get called for the travel. She tried to split two defenders and did, but took an extra step.
Ran out of real estate.
Bertolina works against the pressure. She'll find McCormick, gets it deflected, and picked off by the Jaguars. First turnover against the press in quite a while. There's a long triple for Augusta. Off the mark, a good rebound by Norika, and she's fouled. Lainey Norika's doing a great job inside. She came in for Grimm. Grimm got off to a great start to the first half, and Norika has gotten in there here in the second and getting every rebound that's out there, it seems like. Foul on Yamani Paul will take us to our under 5-minute media timeout. That's the third quarter media here in St. Augustine. Quick chance to let you know about some of our wonderful sponsors here. Mallory Law Firm, proud supporter of Flagler Athletics. The New Day Design Company for all your architectural needs. Noah Bailey Group, your local real estate expert. The Northeast Florida Regional Airport, the smart choice for all your air travel needs. 123 Burger House, grillin' and chillin', just about 2 blocks away here from the Flagler Gymnasium. The Pink Stork, the wellness brand for women. And finally, Pip Printing, achieve your marketing goals. Thanks to those great sponsors, help make our broadcast possible and support Flagler Athletics. 55-38, seems like you've been stuck on that score for a little while. Saints are scoreless for 1:54, and Augusta is scoreless for 3 minutes and 33 seconds. So the answer is yes, we have been stuck on that score for a little while.
The Flagler still outscored them 7-5 this half, this quarter. So
yeah, Saints after shooting over 50% in the first half are just 2 out of 10 here in the second. Fortunately for Flagler, Augusta's only 2 out of 8. So neither team lightening up here in the second half just yet. Full court press coming. Norika finds Bertolina. Finds Dowdy. They clear the timeline and keep it moving. That's key. You can't clear the timeline and slam on the brakes.
Got to catch it, turn, and look opposite.
There's Norika at the top of the circle for Dowdy left side. And then we got a push. Norika had set a screen and got run into pretty good there by number 4, Yamani Paul. I think that's going to be 3 fouls on Paul.
The dribbler went right, then cut back left, and Paul just used the person setting the screen as a push-off to get her momentum going back the other way.
That's 4 fouls on each team. So next foul here in the third quarter will be a 2-shot bonus. Here's Abby Smith, dribble cross court looking for Reddick. Shot clock down to 8, high post Grimm. 6, 5, 4, Bertolina pull up. Off the mark, no good. Grimm rebounds, sticks it back in, and they'll say no. Foul before the shot is the call. So Carly Grimm, a good box out, a good rebound, and a good stick back. But they'll say she was fouled before she shot the basketball. So she'll get 2 free throws.
The foul line for the Saints is number 21, Carly Grimm.
Abby Smith will check out. McClendon back in there. Grimm, 73% free throw shooter on the season. First is good. 56-38. And in and out on the second. But the Saints do have their biggest lead of the game at 18 points.
And Coach Celeste Stewart from Augusta calls out their play. Coach Stewart's in her 3rd year at Augusta. Led them to the NCAA tournament last year with a record of 22-9.
Abercrombie, a drive in, cut off, picked off by Dowdy. Going to try to go pick 6, coast to coast, and got it stripped and stolen. Good hustle by Elise Autry. Autry will race the other direction, and going to be a charge. Nice job there by the Saints. Autry got going at about 90 miles an hour, and Destiny McClendon saw her coming. She set up 2 feet outside the restricted area and just took it right in the chest. Into Grimm, looking for a helper. Finds Reddick, finds Bertolina. She'll split 2 defenders and keep right on going diagonally, and then get it to Reddick. She'll drive in, turn the corner off the left side. Oh, a little too hard, no good. Rebound picked up by the Jags. Good double team and a steal for Dowdy. Trail it back to Grimm. Grimm back to Dowdy. 3:14 on the game clock here, third quarter, and we're going to get an offensive foul called on Jessica Dowdy. She was being pressured there by one of the Jags defenders and ripped through a little too hard and too aggressively to make sure they didn't tie up the basketball.
And a little too close to the face.
Yeah, when you get those elbows up is when you can get in trouble. Keep the elbows pointed down, you're probably okay. Get those elbows pointed up, you get whistled for the offensive foul more often than not. Abercrombie, a stop and pop jumper way off the mark. Rebound comes to Augusta, and we get a foul call. Aisha Freeman got the rebound. They've been letting them play through contact for the most part, going after loose ball rebounds, but they whistle that one.
For the Jaguars is number 22, Aisha Freeman.
And as I mentioned earlier, both teams had 4 fouls, so this puts the bonus in effect. So 2 shots for Freeman. Transfer from Emmanuel University. .62% on the season, and she misses the first. It's not a 1-and-1 though. She's a 2-shot bonus, so she gets a second. She does make the second one. Bertolina off to McClendon. She'll clear the timeline and keep right on going. Too much dribbling though. Took it right down the middle and got it poked away from behind. Another steal out of the press. Drive off the left side. Kick it around the horn. Abercrombie for three. That's good.
That three-pointer's good.
Cornesia Abercrombie.
Cornesia Abercrombie.
There's McCormick. Runner that's no good, but a foul. With 2:19 to go, third quarter. Saints will go to the free throw line.
Sherrill recognized the defenders were behind her, so she just went up with the shot and let them run into her.
Cornesia Abercrombie. Making her way to the foul line for the Saints is number 3, Sherrill McCormick.
McCormick will shoot two here with 2:19 to go, third quarter. First is good. 17 points on the day thus far. Bertolina, Dowdy, McCormick, Smith, and Norica. Off the heel, and rebound touched by the Jags. That's number 22, Tyasha Freeman, who went up high for the rebound and knocked it out of bounds. Good pressure by Norica. She forced Freeman to knock it out of bounds. So the Saints get 1 point and still have the basketball, trying to make it a three-point trip down the floor. Into Marley Smith. Back out to Bertolina. Norica, now McCormick. Bertolina, a drive and kick. Three ball is on the way. They'll say no. It was no good anyway, but they'll say it wasn't launched in time. Still in the hands of Sherrill McCormick when the shot clock horn went off. Final 2 minutes of the third quarter. Little three-man weave here by the Jaguars for an open three right side. It's good. That's Monet Florence. And we got a foul in the backcourt. A little too aggressive there against Jessica Dowdy. They'll send her to the free throw line for two shots. The lead that was once 18 is down to 12. Basically courtesy of two three-pointers, one from Abercrombie and one from Florence. Now Dowdy can add two more to the total if she can make them both. First is good. She's got them both. Bertolina will check out. Sayla Reddick back in there. Corner to Burns, guarded here by Dowdy. Abercrombie, post feed inside, poked away. Oh, they're going to get Norica on the reach in. That'll be a shooting foul. Again, both teams in the double bonus. Seem to be trading fouls right now here in the final couple minutes of the third quarter. Trading fouls and therefore trading free throws. Freeman went 1 for 2 last time she was at the stripe just a few minutes ago. And she misses the first. 59-45. It's a 14-point game as of right now. She does make the second.
Augusta's had more life in their press this half. Let's see if Flagler can respond to their physical play.
There's Marley Smith, gets it off to Dowdy. Dowdy off to McCormick. She'll drive into a double team, and they'll call an offensive foul. Saints did a great job breaking the press. but I'm really not sure why McCormick kept going. She drove it right into a double team with no help. I'm not sure she could have gotten a good shot off anyway. There wasn't that much contact. Not sure the offensive foul necessarily was as egregious as it looked like, but bottom line is she was going right into the teeth of a double team. Abercrombie left side. Pounded down low inside and the ball's ripped away. McCormick rips it away, finds Dowdy. They look to clear the timeline. Dowdy does. Gets into the hands of Reddick. This press is definitely, Coach, you're exactly right. It's got a lot more teeth here in the third quarter. They've turned it up a notch. Reddick picks up her dribble, but finds Norika. Work the perimeter. McCormick drive into a double team. Who's open? Marley Smith's going to drive, spin, slip, put up a wild shot, and it's no good. Rebound picked up by the Jags. Final 30 seconds of the third quarter. 59-46. Saints by 13. Shot clock, game clock, about even. Maybe a second and a half difference. Florence trails it back to Abercrombie. Goes in for a jumper. It's no good. Rebound loose on the floor. Back up and in.
Brianna Minkins.
And the Saints will dribble it out in the backcourt.
And that's going to do it for third quarter.
They'll go to the start of the fourth quarter with an 11-point lead. I'd rather be up 11 than down 11, but the Saints feel like they hiccuped a little bit there. They were up 18 just a few moments ago. 18's down to 11. A little momentum on the side of the Jags. Let's see if the Saints can close this one out in the final 10 minutes. They lead it 59-48. Couple of quick commercial spots here while the dance team performs. We'll say thanks to UF Health St. John's, a bright new beginning in healthcare. Hyundai of St. Augustine, when it comes to dreaming big, we're thinking of every mile. Salt Life, eat, drink, and be salty. The Holiday Inn Express, Flagler College Athletics official hotel. And Sonny's, local pitmasters since '68. We don't just serve barbecue, we are barbecue. Spartan Orthopedic Institute, sports medicine and robotic surgery. And the final one during this stoppage, St. Augustine Marina, for all your boating and fishing needs. Saints 59, Jaguars 48. Third quarter stats weren't as good offensively for either team. Saints go just 2 of 13 for 15%. Jags are 5 of 13 for 38%, including 2 3-pointers. Each team went to the free throw line quite a bit. Saints had 8 attempts. Jags had 7. And the Jags chipped away at the lead. They win the third quarter, 15-11. So from 15 down to 11. And we got 10 minutes on the clock. The Jags basketball to start this fourth quarter. Man-to-man pressure from the Saints. Dowdy guards Sierra Burns. Reddick on Florence. Now Abercrombie. A crossover against Marley Smith for a runner. It's good. The leading scorer on the year took advantage that time. And pressure here in the front court. Last touched by the Jags out of bounds. It'll stay with the Saints. Marley Smith out for Sherelle McCormick. Saints go with 4 guards plus Lainey Norika. Dowdy working against Burns. Finds McCormick. Norika by herself. Back to Sayla Reddick. Turns the corner for a drive. Stop to the baseline and kick it out. Shot clock on 2. Saints lose the handle and don't get a shot off. Lost track of time on that one. Weren't even thinking about taking a shot there. The lead is down to single digits. It's 59-50 at the 9:09 mark. Saints can afford to be patient, but they certainly can't take the air out of the basketball at this point in the game. And there's a blocked shot that's going to be a foul against Flagler. I think Burns will be our free throw shooter.
Fouls on number 11, Lady Norica.
Fouls on Norica. Burns 69% free throw shooter on the year.
She'll shoot 2.
Off the heel, no good. Saints are dodging some bullets right now with the free throws. Second one is good. Here comes that full court press once again. Into Norica. Head of the pack to McClendon. She'll get her shot blocked, but it's out of bounds. Last touch by the Jags. Bertolina in for the Saints for McClendon. 25 on the shot clock, so plenty of time here for the Saints. Corner to Dowdy, catch and shoot 3 ball. Left it short. Reddick rebounds, loses it out of bounds. It'll say Augusta basketball. The lead is 8. It was 18 at one point. Saints are starting to become a little frazzled, it seems like.
They've lost 5 games in a row, and so you don't have that confidence of a team that's used to closing out tough games.
Shot by Amari Jackson is no good, but a foul. They give it to Lainey Norica.
Fouls on number 11, Lady Norica. Amari Jackson to the foul line for the Jaguars.
Jackson will have 2 shots here. She can make it a 2-possession game if she makes them both. First is good. One more coming. Off the mark on the second, but the Saints rebound it. Here comes McCormick. That ball pressure is on everybody. Reddick looking for space. Finds Norica. Laney's going to back down. Here comes the pressure. She'll chase it down and lose it. Here come the Jags the other way. Abercrombie into Reddick. Poked away by Dowdy. It'll stay with Augusta. (59-52). Lob inside to Jackson. Little baby hook. No good. Good box out by Norica. I thought she was over the back and they didn't call it. But the Saints have the basketball nonetheless.
That was a big-time rebound. Underground, grabbed it with 2 hands, got it out.
Working hard against Fullwood, finds Bertolina, now Dowdy. Now Sherelle McCormick. Drive and kick out to Dowdy. Back to McCormick, jumper from 3. It is good, that is a big bucket for Sherelle McCormick. Flagler needed a basket in a big way right there. They're back up 10, 62-52. Get this home crowd back in the ball game just a little bit. Fullwood off the right side for Abercrombie. Going to be short on that one. Saints after the rebound, and Fullwood ends up with it. Down to Jackson, and we're going to get a charge. Fullwood got the rebound and started charging hard right down the baseline and ran over half the Flagler team, it seems like. They get the offensive foul called. Norica needs to catch her breath. She'll check out for Carly Grimm.
Yeah, she took a shot.
The Saints will take a timeout. Coach Mo Going to take a break here for his team to try to regroup a little bit. A big triple from McCormick takes it from 7 back to 10. But the Saints a little winded right now at this pace and this defensive pressure. Good use of a timeout here. Also gives us a chance to mention a couple of more sponsors here as we work through the list. St. John's Family Funeral Home and Crematory, services unique as life. Also thanks to the Stellar Group, taking solutions further. Sunshine Realty for all your real estate needs. And Taylor and Waldrop, St. Augustine lawyers, backed by experience. 62-52, Saints led by as many as 18. It's 10 right now with 7:09 to play here in St. Augustine, Florida. I want to welcome all the parents and fans of the Augusta team that are tuning in that couldn't make the road trip from Augusta down here to St. Augustine. Appreciate you being with us here on the Peach Belt Digital Network. I'm John Phillips. I've got Ivan Kelly with me here. Professor Ivan Kelly.
I've had many titles.
Also basketball scout back in the day.
Yeah, I can tell what era the alumni are from. I've been at Flagler for 36 years, so if they call me Coach Kelly, I know they're from my early days. Mr. Kelly, Dr. Kelly, Dean Kelly.
A lot of different hats here in small college environment. Rim's got it on the dribble. Picks it up nicely and finds McCormick, who finds Reddick. And now the ball's back in the good hands, people. Reddick to Dowdy. Dowdy going to come from left to right.
Smart move by
Back to Grimm.
by Coach Mo. Spread the floor.
There's McCormick with space. There's Reddick off a screen. 5, 4, 3, 2. Off the rim, so the clock resets, and it's last touched. Oh, it looked like it was last touched by Burns.
It was definitely touched by Burns.
Referee here signaled that it's Augusta basketball. Oh, is she calling a foul? She called a foul on Abby Smith. I didn't see that.
I did not.
The ball was touched by Burns, but I guess it doesn't matter when there's a foul on Flagler. So the ball will go to the Jags with 6:34 to play. Dowdy almost got the steal. It's still loose on the floor, and they got a timeout call. Good pressure by Dowdy. She won't get a turnover, but she did force them to use a timeout. It's interesting, the PA announcer on the previous timeout said it was a timeout taken by the Saints. The scoreboard shows that the Saints still have 3 timeouts and Augusta only has 1. So I'm not sure who's right. If the timeout was taken by the Jaguars on that previous one, if they only have 1 with 6:30 left, that's a story. I mean, that's not a big deal necessarily, but when you're trailing by 10 with 6:30 and you're only down to 1 timeout, that could be an issue. The scoreboard in the gym is not official. It's a nice touch that everybody likes to look at, but technically it means nothing. The official book over there is really what matters, so we don't have access to it, so I'm not 100% sure who that timeout was taken by previously. The PA announcer said timeout Flagler, but the scoreboard operator put up timeout taken by Augusta, so we'll see if that becomes an issue. Bottom line is, we're at a timeout, and it's still Saints by 10, 62-52. Since they did burn a timeout, they get a reset on the 10-second violation. If the ball's knocked out of bounds, you only have what's remaining. But since they burned a timeout, they're not down to 3 seconds.
And they've adjusted the scoreboard to say both teams have 2 timeouts left.
Okay. You know what? It said 2 before. I was reading the fouls when it said 3-1. I was looking at the wrong column, so my bad. So that previous timeout was Flagler. This one was Augusta. Here's Abercrombie down the paint, drop it to Jackson. Couldn't handle the pass. Gathered it a second time and then got fouled. Yeah, the timeouts left and the fouls are adjacent columns.
Number 25, Abby Smith. Amari Jackson to the foul line. She'll shoot 2.
So Jackson's got 2 shots here. First is good. One more coming for the junior from Gainesville. She's got them both. It's an 8-point game at the 6:14 mark. Dowdy double team, finds Reddick. She's double teamed, finds Abby Smith. She clears the timeline to Bertolina. Wide open for 3. Off the mark, no good. Rebound Carly Grimm, and then lost the handle.
That was a good shot. It just didn't drop for her. She was wide open.
Dowdy's
She's a good
hustling
three-point
back on
shooter.
defense and forces the turnover there by number 2, Elise Autry. Dowdy sprinted back, running hip to hip with her, and Autry tried to go a little too fast and dribbled it out of bounds. Unforced error that time. There's Abby Smith with the basketball. Back over to Reddick. Splits 2, and then finds McCormick. That ball pressure is tough by Augusta. McCormick out high. Bertolina needs a helper. Finds one. Shot clock to 8. Here's McCormick, a pull-up jumper from 17. Short but fouled. Did a nice job hanging in the air and letting the defender get a little closer to her. Not close enough to block it, but close enough to foul her. And that was Amari Jackson, who came flying out. And Sherrill will get 2 free throws.
Is number 3, Sherrill McCormick. She'll shoot 2.
McCormick's got 20 to lead the Saints. First free throw is good. Takes us back to a 9-point game, trying to go back to double figures. And it's good. 64-54, 5:29. Here's Autry again working against Dowdy. High post Abercrombie. Gets deep, banks it home. Nice job.
Quinasia Abercrombie.
There's Reddick ahead of the pack from McCormick. Off the window, rattles it in there.
And there's a layup off the glass. Sherrill
McCormick a little slow to get up. Jags can't take advantage of it though. They had a 5-on-4 and a block from Bertolina, but a foul.
Fouls on number 21, Carly Grimm.
In situations like that, when you have a player down and you've got 4, you usually box it up, do a zone, and hope they miss the outside shot. Try not to give out anything inside.
Monet Florence to the foul line.
And you only need to do it for hopefully a couple seconds till your other player gets back down the floor.
Florence can't convert on the first free throw. She does have one more coming. 66-56. She misses them both, but Abercrombie there for a rebound. Her stick back, though, is no good. Grimm comes out of there with it. She needs a helper. Oh, they call a held ball.
Possession to Flagler.
Possession arrow stays with the Saints. Looked like Grimm kept that ball moving pretty good, and they almost had to foul her to get it away. They reward the held ball that time. Saints go to McClendon. They go out here to Norica. Finds Reddick. And a timeout taken by Coach Mo Smith.
Timeout on the court, Saints.
The shot clock's on 19, which means they didn't clear the timeline.
Family
Now, that doesn't mean the clock stopped appropriately at the right time, so I'm sure that coach from Augusta is going to make that argument that it should be a 10-second violation. Referees get together to have a little chat over there. The timeout was awarded to Flagler, so 66-56, 10-point lead with 4:41 to go. This timeout should convert to immediate because the first dead ball under 5 minutes, but they've got all the players standing like it's a 30-second timeout. We'll go ahead and give our final 3 announcements here on our sponsorship reads. Sniffen and Spellman, PA, a full-service law firm representing clients statewide. UBS Financial, pursue what matters most to you for today, tomorrow, and generations to come. And finally, Vested Metals. We are a customer-centric and solution-based metal supplier. Thanks to our sponsors that help support Flagler Athletics. Shot clock's on 21 instead of 19. Saints get it into McCormick in the front court. Back over to Doughty. Out to Marley Smith. She thought about a 3, passed it up. Shot clock down to 10. McCormick's got it. And call a foul on the Saints. An illegal screen called against Marley Smith. Based on the body language that the referee used, she picked up her leg and kind of extended her knee, saying that's what Marley did that was illegal. Not necessarily a moving screen, but an illegal screen. If you pick up that leg or extend the knee out intentionally to create contact, that's illegal. Abercrombie working against McCormick. Drives in, short on the jumper, no good. Stick back by Jackson is good though.
Brianna Meekins.
Reddick fouled in the backcourt. I think that one's going to go on Brianna Meekins. That's the 3rd foul by Augusta. Saints need to get better spacing on this full court press here. Oftentimes running 2 people to the same area. Here's Doughty. And she's called for a travel. (66-58). It's an 8-point game at the 4:06 mark. Offense has been sputtering here in the second half. Jags come into Autry with a screen. Long 3 is no good, never drew rim, and we got a held ball underneath a pile between 4 players. 2 Jags, 2 Saints. Norika, Jackson, Bertolina, and Meekins. And possession arrow on the table over there, it points towards Flagler. So if it's a held ball, which is what they signaled, it should be Flagler ball. And it is. They'll keep the 23 seconds remaining. Nope, they're going to keep 30. And now the referee's going to get together and chat. The Saints got a rebound on a missed 3-pointer from Autry. That's what created this held ball situation. So it should be a full 30. It was a 3-pointer by Autry. It never drew rim. It was a scrum for the rebound. This was not a Flagler College possession with a partial reset. This is a full 30 seconds. I have to assume that's what they're talking about. Now there's some debate as to whose ball it should be. The possession arrow is pointing towards Flagler. Again, The arrow on the table doesn't necessarily mean it's correct. If the last held ball went to the Saints, then this one should go to the Jaguars. So that may be what the discussion is about. Did the light on the table get flipped last time?
Yeah, is the possession arrow correct?
And it looks like the arrow was not correct, and the ball will go to the Jags.
And that will adjust the shot clock then, because they won't get a full shot clock.
Yes, they get 23, which is the remaining time. They took that shot pretty quickly. So now the possession arrow should go to the Saints for the next held ball. 3:59 to play. It's an 8-point game. Abercrombie off a screen. Drive in against McCormick. Turnaround too strong. No good. Rebound Bertolina. Danes got it against Abercrombie. Saints are going to be patient, but not too patient. Here's Dowdy. A drive off the left side. She's bumped. No whistle. Oh, it's a late whistle. It is a foul called on the Jags. Thought there was a block in there on Quinasia Abercrombie, and there was. Just the whistle came a little bit late. So Dowdy will shoot a couple free throws, try to get this game back to double figures.
She'll shoot 2.
First shot is good. Dowdy's got 8. Comes an average in 6.3.
I would think Flagler would continue putting some full court pressure on. Try to have use some clock here.
Yep, that's it. Just don't foul, but make them.
Yeah, kind of token pressure.
Don't let them roll the ball to half court either.
Yeah.
Here's Reddick providing some ball pressure. Here's McCormick against Abercrombie. A runner, and they call a foul on Sherelle McCormick.
That'll be 4th.
She's our leading scorer today, and she now has 4 fouls. It's getting late, but she's going to have to be careful. She's got the toughest matchup against the best one-on-one player for Augusta. That's Quinasia Abercrombie. So McCormick, Marley Smith, and Carly Grimm all have 4 fouls. First free throw is good. Abercrombie now has a double-double. That free throw gives her 10 points. She already had 10 rebounds. That second one is not good. And an acrobatic rebound and pass there by McCormick to find Jessica Dowdy. Here's McCormick with 3:13 to play.
Flagler's already scored 15 more than the season average against the Jaguars.
Reddick a drive down the left side. Stop, turn around, rattle it in there. Big bucket for Sayla Reddick. The lead is back to 11 at the 2:49 mark. Here's Autry, a drive in against Abby Smith. Left it short. Rebound picked up by McCormick, and she's fouled. And that's going to be 5 fouls this quarter against the Jaguars. So Sherelle will get 2 free throws in the double bonus.
Brianna Meekins with the foul.
Meekins called for the foul. Meekins will check out for Jabria Fullwood to get in there.
Sherelle McCormick to the foul line for the Saints.
Yamani Paul will also return for
She'll
the Jags.
shoot 2.
2 shots coming for McCormick. 24 on the night. Off the mark on that one. Trying to take it back to a dozen. Saints lead it by 11 right now. She got the second. So 25 points and 5 rebounds tonight for Sherelle McCormick. 2:36 to play. Autry off the screen. Drive down the left side for a runner that's too strong. Long rebound tapped out to Autry. She'll float in the paint and stick it in there.
Elise Autry.
Saints get it quickly ahead of the pack to McCormick. Over to Dowdy. Back to Sherrill. Guarded here by Fullwood. Approaching the 2-minute mark. Saints by 10. McCormick still on the dribble out high. Shot clock down to 10. She finds Reddick. Reddick's going to go left baseline. Float, got it blocked, but got fouled. Yamani Paul came in there and just chopped down a little too much. Sayla Reddick held onto the ball just long enough. She was probably shooting that ball as she was on her way down. And that chopping motion by Paul results in 2 shots for Sayla Reddick. Free throws off the mark, no good. Saints trying to go back up 11 if she can hit the second of 2. Sayla's just 48% on the season from the free throw line. And she's right on par there, 1 out of 2. Autry will work against Dowdy in the midcourt. Shot for Florence. Florence gets it back, catch and shoot triple. No good, rebound Carly Grimm, and we got a foul called here. As a suplex looks like there from Jabria Fullwood. She threw Dane Bertolina to the floor. I think the two of them got tied up on a box out. This is an opportunity where you are allowed to go to the video review. Under 2 minutes in college basketball. At any time you can go, under 2 minutes for any reason, essentially, you can go to the review. And I think they're making a mistake if they don't.
Yeah. Well, we definitely saw.
Now, what happened before the wrestling started?
She had 2 arms around Dane from behind and flipped her to the ground, threw her back to the ground.
Yeah, she just wrapped both arms around her and threw her down. Now, was there something before that?
Yeah.
I just feel like this is the type of play that needs to be reviewed. Nobody wants to wait here all night for review, and it looks like they are going to go to the monitor. And, there's flagrant 1, there's a flagrant 2. If you make a play that is not a basketball play and grabbing someone with 2 arms around the waist, if that's exactly what happened, could qualify as a flagrant 1, and when that happens, you get 2 shots and you keep the basketball.
And credit Dane Bertolina for having composure in that situation to not retaliate.
Yeah.
Somebody throws you.
She got thrown down hard.
You get thrown down hard, and your initial reaction is going to be throw an elbow, throw a foot, do something.
You want to defend yourself.
Yeah.
And, again, there could be something before that we didn't see, and that's what the video review is for, because sometimes you see the response and you miss the first thing. And I'm not saying that either player did anything intentionally, but that's what the videotape is for.
I mean, Dane may have whacked her with an elbow to start the whole thing.
Right. The ball was in the air. I was watching the ball, and once the ball came down, the body started flying. This game not moving at a rapid pace with all the fouls we've had. And, of course, this video review is going to take a minute or 2. The men's game is supposed to start here in about 5 minutes. Clearly, that's not going to happen. There will be a minimum of 25 minutes between the men's game starting and the conclusion of the women's game. So probably closer to 8 o'clock by the time we get going here for the men's game tonight.
There's a nice benefit tonight at the halftime of the men's game. This is stuff the floor. Everyone brings a stuffed animal. And when it's halftime, they throw the stuffed animals on the floor.
The teddy bear toss.
Yeah.
I've seen that before.
And all those bears go to charity to help kids around the community.
Referees have switched positions. There were 2 officials over there reviewing, and the 3rd official was at the center circle, and then they switched spots. So all 3 officials are going to get a chance to look at it, so they can all have an opinion as to what they see on the video replay. It's 72-61, Saints by 11 with 1:39 to play here in the basketball game. Leading scorer for the Saints is Sherrill McCormick with 25. Sayla Reddick has 12. For the Jags, 3 players in double figures. Phillips with 12, Jackson with 11, and Abercrombie with 10.
Now, of course, this is not like network television where we have 8 different cameras and all these tight angles. We have basically one camera at midcourt that might or might not have caught what just occurred.
Yeah, one camera. It's the view that those of you that are at home are watching, that's the same view. It quite literally is a one-camera shot. We are sitting directly underneath the camera, so the angle the camera has is the same angle we have. The advantage the camera has is you can run it back and forth.
And the jury of 3 judges is still out. Now they're probably talking about where they're going to go to dinner because this is taking a long time.
Yeah. They're going to call Coach Mo Smith, Coach Celeste Stewart over, and let them know the jury has adjudicated the decision, and we have come to the conclusion that.
Trying to watch the coach's reaction to see who's getting the benefit of the call. And it's Flagler's ball. And I don't know what's happening beyond that.
Looks like they're going to call. I think I saw from the hand signals might be a double foul.
Okay.
He gave the. So if they call a foul on Bertolina and a foul on Fullwood, those essentially are nothing. And you just rejoin where the ball was, and it was Flagler's ball. Based on the body language and the hand signals, I think that's what they called.
And that is what they flashed up on the scoreboard.
Yep, and according to the live stats, foul on Bertolina, foul on Fullwood, and we're back to basketball. There's a deflection, knocked out of bounds by the Jags. 1:36 to play here. 27 on the shot clock. Saints have it in the backcourt. Spot throw now instead of being able to run the baseline. Into Abby Smith. She's double teamed immediately. Over to Bertolina. Pass too high. Throws it out of bounds. Saints turn it over.
And the clock didn't stop.
Clock didn't stop. Still running. Should be 129. Definitely 129, maybe 130. It says 126. When I looked up, it said 129, but I might have been a second behind, so it's at least 129.
I'd go 131.
Yeah, they're going 128.
Okay. All right.
Saints get an extra second off the clock, I think. Coach Celeste Stewart doesn't agree with that. And I don't either. It's either 129 or 130 in my opinion.
And they've gone to 130.
130, there we go. So Saints by 11 with 90 seconds. Into Elise Autry. There's a screen, turn the corner, working there against Dowdy. Kick it out for a long triple. That's off the rim, no good. Rebound loose and off of the Saints. They say it went off of Sayla Reddick. So they'll keep 20 on the shot clock. That three-pointer did hit the rim.
Let's see if a shot can go up and no players end up on their back.
The three-pointer was missed by Yamani Paul. And they'll trigger out here to Autry. He works against Dowdy. Poked away by Grimm.
Good deflection.
Throw it inside to Fullwood. Step through is good. Saints get it into the corner. Try to go cross court to Dowdy. Try to go cross court to Reddick. Here's a double team coming. She doesn't see it. It will be out of bounds off of the Jaguars. Reddick had a player sneak up behind her. She didn't see her coming. 59 seconds to play. It's a 9-point game.
Flagler wants to keep the ball moving, but at the same time, they're going to come and foul. So get the ball to your free throw shooters.
And Reddick's not somebody you want to have the ball necessarily.
Yeah.
She's 48% statistically. Everybody else on the court. Dane Bertolina is only 33%. hadn't had very many attempts.
No, Dane in the past, like last year, Dane was an excellent shooter.
Yeah, he's only got six.
He struggled
Six
some
attempts
this
all year.
Yeah.
2 for 6. But Saylor Reddick's going to be our shooter. Saylor for the year, 12 for 25 coming into tonight. That one's too strong, no good.
Now, I would always prefer to have at least one rebounder in there because you never know what happens where that ball is going to bounce, and you might be able to get an offensive rebound.
Reddick missed them both. And Augusta will burn a timeout here.
Jaguars.
Basically to save a few seconds. They burn a timeout and advance the ball instead of having the rebound down near the Flagler basket. In women's basketball in the college game, you can advance the ball right in front of your bench. So they'll pick up about 60 feet and advance the ball to right in front of their bench.
Flagler might think about changing defenses here, give him a different look, go to his zone, make him use some more time as they adjust to that.
Yeah, just change it up. You know, tonight, the Jags have shot the three at 31%, which is actually above their season average. But here in the fourth quarter, they're 0 for 4. See what the Saints do here.
They stay man-to-man. They go directly into the post.
Against Grimm. Shot's no good, but a foul. Carly Grimm has got 4 fouls. If it's on her, it's her 5th. Player for Augusta still down underneath the basket. The athletic trainer will come out and attend
Number 21, Carly Grimm.
That's Yamani Paul, Kennesaw State transfer.
We have an injury timeout.
As they attend to her under the basket. 51.7 on the game clock. There will be free throws pending for Augusta. The free throw shooter is scheduled to be the injured player in Yamani Paul. If she's unable to participate, they'll have someone else shoot the free throws for her as they continue to attend to her. Looks like it's her shoulder and neck area that they are looking at. Again, we're under a minute to play here in St. Augustine. 72-63. Saints scored 48 points in the first half and have only scored 24 more here in the second. Jaguars are known for their defense. For the year, only allowing 53 points per game. Saints almost got that in the first half. The second half of 24 points, if you extrapolate that out, that's about on par. 24 in the first, or 24 and a half would be 48 in a game, which is close to what they're averaging. So the defensive intensity has definitely been at a higher level by the Jags here in the second half, and it's caused problems for the Saints.
There's only one team this entire season that scored this many points against them, and that was a few games ago when they played Columbus, and Columbus had 75 against them.
They continue to attend to our injured player here, Yamani Paul, the grad student from Norcross, Georgia, transfer from Kennesaw State. And Flagler College trainer has come out to support the Augusta staff as well. Don't know if they're gonna, can't tell if they're trying to get her to sit up. And looks like they are. Again, the injury is to her shoulder and neck area. And being very cautious with her. As we're in the final minute of the game here. Saints do lead it by 9. Once we rejoin play, we'll go straight to free throws.
Let's have a round of applause for number 4.
He's going to walk off with some help. And she'll go straight to the Augusta bench.
So we're glad to see her up and moving.
Yeah, anytime you have a neck injury,
Those are scary.
Always scary.
Yeah.
But she does walk off with full mobility of her arms and legs, but still very gingerly heading to the bench. So the substitution will check in. And they'll get free throws.
For the Jaguars is number 11.
Nainique Cook will be our free throw shooter. She's only taken 5 free throws all year, 3 out of 5, so 60%. She does hit the first and hit the second. And we have a whistle for
timeout on the court.
timeout. Okay, timeout taken by the Saints.
I've been seeing some stuffed animals walking in here.
The Saints will take a timeout and have to assume they will advance the basketball as well.
Not have to face that full court press.
Yep. You can always go into the backcourt if you need to, but if you don't have to face that first 47 feet of pressure, avoid it where you can. So the Saints will take a timeout. It is a 7-point game, 72-65. A lot of time left in terms of college basketball time. 51.7 seconds. This game is far from over. Both teams have committed 5 fouls, so any foul will be a 2-shot double bonus. The Saints have burned all of their timeouts. Augusta has 1 remaining. The possession arrow, according to the table, is pointing towards Augusta.
But we know it's going to go to Flagler.
Good crowd on hand here as the folks who have come for the men's game are here because it was supposed to start 8 minutes ago. Saints ball right in front of their bench. Aspen Weeks into McCormick. Guarded by Abercrombie and foul. With 48 seconds remaining.
Ball is on 24, Quinasia, Abercrombie. Sherelle McCormick is at the foul line for the Saints.
McCormick, an 81% free throw shooter.
She's got 25 already tonight. She's trying to add to that.
First shot is good. Takes us up to an 8-point cushion, 73-65. Aspen Weeks in there to play defense for the Saints. Second free throw, good. Dowdy will check in for McClendon. Dowdy and Weeks will provide some pressure. Dowdy on Autry. Autry faces front court. Here's Abercrombie.
Can they play some defense without fouling?
Back to Autry. She's going to drive right baseline. Floater, too strong, no good. Rebound fought for, comes to the Jags. Deflected out of bounds by McCormick. It'll stay Jaguar basketball, but a good save there by Sherelle McCormick. 32 seconds on the game clock. 15 on the shot clock. Into Meekins. Now Abercrombie. Pump fake, elbow jumper. Very short, air ball, and Saints ball. Offensive, defensive substitution for the Saints. Dowdy going to stay, and Aspen Weeks will go out for McClendon to come in. McClendon, the best free throw shooter. You'd like her to handle the basketball if possible. She catches. She's double teamed. She finds a teammate in Reddick. Reddick gets rid of it to McCormick. McCormick finds Dowdy. Dowdy finds Norika, and she sticks it in off the backboard. Lainey Norika, good composure there to not pick up her pivot foot, and converts for the Saints to make it an 11-point game.
And Flagler's now scored more than anyone against Augusta the entire season.
A basket and one opportunity here for Elise Autry. Foul goes on Jessica Dowdy, but it really won't matter. With 4 seconds left, it makes it a 9-point game. Chance to make it 8. But again, 4.4 seconds to go. Saints are going to win this one here on the home court.
Coach Mo Smith not relinquishing anything. He is still coaching his players to the final seconds.
Just got to get the ball inbounds, assume they won't foul. And McClendon's got it and keeps it moving, and the Saints get the win. Good battle here tonight in St. Augustine. Saints got up by as many as 18. The Jags cut it back all the way to 7 at one point, but ultimately the Saints win it 76-68. A really good win here for Flagler against a very competitive team from Augusta, and hopefully the Saints can ride this momentum into Saturday's game against Clayton State. I almost look forward to seeing you on Saturday. 1:30 for the women, 3:30 for the men, and it's not quite March Madness, but maybe some February Madness here today.
We're getting closer. We're getting closer.
We're getting closer. Good win for the Saints. They knock off Augusta. And we'll wrap it up here for my broadcast partner, Ivan Kelly. I'm John Phillips, wishing you